So it's 2026. I hope everybody watching this video had a wonderful Christmas and an absolutely fantastic New Year. But since it's the new year, we got to get down to business. So in this video, I'm going to be going over my budget for the month of December, what I spent, what I saved, what I invested, and then we're going to create a new budget for the new year in January. So let's get on into the numbers. As always, let's start with what I made in the month of December. Now, this was a high income month. It was a 3 paycheck month, and I also had a little bit of miscellaneous income come in. So let's get into what I made through my work. I budgeted just under 5,800. I ended up making exactly 5,800. So good news there. And then my miscellaneous, I budgeted 1,400 to come in and actually brought in 2,452. Now, this comes from a couple of different sources. I went over in my previous videos. I ended up doing all of the booking for a ski trip I'm going on in March and have some Venmos coming in over time as people get the money and are able to pay it back. So that a couple of maybe like $800 was from that, and the rest was withdrawals from my poker account. I think my online poker career is over, and so I'm just bringing out all of the profits and what I put into the account. And so that's how we got the $2,400. So in total, we brought in $8,252 in the month of December. Now that is not usually what happens, but it's great to see a big number, and let's go into how I spent and saved it. My expenses for December were also very high, and there's a couple of reasons for this. Number one, I went on a trip to New York on like the first week of December, and a lot of money was spent there. And number two, it was the Christmas season, so a lot of money was spent on food and gifts and things like that. So let's go down the list, starting with dining at number one. I budgeted $500 for this, thinking like a peasant, I would only spend $500 on dining in New York. Ended up spending $1,200, so that is 242% above what I budgeted. Not great. I obviously vastly underestimated how much money I'd be spending on dining while in New York and Boston. $500 just wasn't enough, but while I was there, I just wanted to enjoy the vacation and enjoy the trip. So buying a couple of fancy meals and fancy drinks ended up adding up to $1,200, which it sucks, but it's a good learning experience for my next trip and like future trips that I have to budget for, just to bump up my dining budget a little bit longer if I'm going on an extended trip. Moving on to rent, $998 was budgeted, $998 was spent, nothing new there. My groceries were right around what I was thinking. I ended up budgeting $250, ended up spending $282. Now, for December, I budgeted a little bit less than I usually do for groceries because I was going on the trip and, I would be eating at my family's house for, Christmas and stuff like that. And so I only budgeted $250 and I spent a little bit over that, so not the end of the world. Next up is gifts. I budgeted $300 for this month, only ended up spending $241. Obviously, it's Christmas season, so I had to buy gifts for people, and I like buying gifts for people, so I'm glad to spend this money. The reason it wasn't quite as high as what I budgeted was because I ended up spending a little bit of money on gifts in November, and so I didn't have to buy as many things in December. Then to subscriptions, I budgeted $134, only ended up spending $123. This was because I canceled one of my $11 subscriptions and got that out of there because I wasn't using it anymore. So I'll end up saving $10 a month from here on out. Then utilities, it's the gift that keeps on giving. I budgeted $150 for December, only ended up spending $109. $150 was what I was consistently paying for utilities in the summer months, and it turns out the AC unit that I have was the leading cause of that cost. And so now I live in Minnesota, and now that it's cold outside, I don't have to run the AC unit, and I'm saving, $40 a month on electricity, which is great news. The next three categories: entertainment, I budgeted $200, travel, I budgeted $150, and health and beauty, I budgeted $100. Didn't end up spending any money in these categories, which is a nice savings, and it helps cut down the overspending in dining a little bit. So that's good news. If you're wondering why travel is zero, even though I just said a couple of times that I went on a trip, it's because all of the travel expenses, the hotel fees, the airplane tickets, stuff like that, was purchased, in advance in November. And so nothing was actually spent in travel in December. That's why that's zero. Next up's my miscellaneous category. I budgeted $92 for December, ended up spending a little over that at $105. Now, this $105 came purely from ornaments that I bought on my travels. And so my souvenirs that I get at all the places I go are ornaments to hang on the tree so I can remember, the different trips I go on. So $105 was spent on ornaments in New York and Boston. If you guys are curious what ornaments I got this one here. It's Santa riding the Wall Street Bull. I thought it was super cute. And then there's like a little reindeer there as well. And then from Boston, I got this little, Boston Tea Party ship. It's made out of wood and got the flags on it. I thought it was quite cool. And then also in New York, I got these turtle doves. If you guys have seen the movie Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, it's one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time. And so I got these in honor of that. I gave one to my girlfriend and kept one for myself. So we'll be best friends forever. Moving on to gas, not a lot to say here. I budgeted 75, ended up spending 52. Then my last spend category is insurance. Ended up spending $32 on my renter's insurance. Bill kind of just came in. I wasn't expecting it, but bills are bills and they got to be paid. So my total expenses for the month of December was $3,152, which was $203 over budget. Again, not the end of the world considering that I way overspent by over $700 in dining. I was able to cut some of those expenses down by not spending in other categories. $200 over budget with the trip and with Christmas. It's not the end of the world. And part of the reason it wasn't the end of the world was because I made over what I was expecting and I was able to save a lot of money. So let's get into those categories. Starting with the big kahuna, my property fund, I wanted to save $4,000 in December, was able to hit that goal of saving $4,000, which is fantastic. That's a huge bump to my property fund, and I actually got it off the ground now. I only had $1,000 in there previously, up to $5,000. And so I'm on my way to buying my first property, which is a huge win, and I'm super excited about that. Next up's my Roth IRA. Now, I maxed out my Roth IRA for the previous couple of years, but in 2026, it's refreshed now, and you can actually contribute up to $7,500 now instead of the $7,000 as it was in the previous year. So I've got some work to do. I saved $850 towards this, which I wasn't expecting to have left over. So that's great news. And I got a good head start on my maxing out the Roth IRA for 2026. I will say real quick, if you guys don't have one and you're eligible to open up a Roth IRA, go do it. It's my favorite investing account. It's fantastic. Tons of tax advantages. You'll save tons of money. So just if you don't have one, go and open one, please. Okay, moving on. My next category was my travel fund. I've got a couple of trips always planned in the backlog, and so I try to save $200 a month. Was able to do that for December. Good news. Similar thing for my last one is my fun fund. I like to save $50 for whatever things I want to buy for myself. So $50 was saved in the month of December as well. Which brings my total savings for December to $5,100, which is absolutely mind-blowing. I'm super happy that I was able to make enough money to be able to save this much. Those 3 paycheck months are always very welcome. They don't come around too often, but when they do, I like to try to take advantage of them and save as much money as I possibly can. So yeah, I would call December, all things considered, a pretty big win. I overspent again, not great, but I was still able to meet all of my savings goals because my income was so high. So let's move on to the month of January. Let's start out with my projected income for January. Now, this is going to be a lot lower because I don't have a 3 paycheck month. It's just a standard 2. So from my work, I'm going to be probably making about $38.60. For miscellaneous income, it will be a lot lower than December, but I still have some people that need to pay me back for booking that ski trip. So I'm going to say that maybe one person will pay me back. It'll be about $400 in miscellaneous income. That gives us $4,260 to budget for January. So let's go through the expenses. Starting with rent, it's the same every single month. I pay $998. For utilities, as I went over in the previous section, my utilities are way lower in the winter time. So I'm going to budget $120. I ended up spending, $110 last month. So I want to give a little bit of buffer room just in case, some things are slightly higher this month. And for anybody wondering, the only utilities I pay for is my internet and electricity. All other utilities, water, gas, that's all included in my rent payment. For groceries, I'm going to do my standard $300. Now, I already meal prepped a ton of food and bought a ton of groceries like the last week of December. And so I got food ready. but I like to, make a couple of nice meals here and there. So I'm going to put $300 for January. Then for dining, I usually put $200 for this category. I'm going to put $300 probably from now on because I'm consistently over budget in dining. I like to eat out. I go out with a couple of friends. Every month we go try someplace new, and then I'll, bring my girlfriend a place or two, and it ends up adding up. And so I'm sick of being over budget in this category. So I'm just going to raise my budget by $100, and hopefully I can stay under that for the coming months. Gas is always the same. As you guys know, if you've watched any of my videos, I drive a Prius. I work from home. I don't have to drive that much. So $75 a month, and I'm usually under that. Then for entertainment, I'm going to put $150 for this. I do snowboard, and I didn't end up buying a season pass this year, so I'll be buying, the standard day passes, which are quite expensive, and I'm hoping to go maybe once or twice in January, and I'm hoping $150 will cover that cost. That is one category that's tough to determine. I might be a little over, I might be a little under, depending on, how many times I go snowboarding or if I do anything else that would fall under the entertainment category. Then for subscriptions, probably going to be $123. That's what it was in December. And I don't think I had any changes come up for any of my subscriptions. So $123 for that. Next up is travel. I'm going to put $0 for this category. I traveled a ton in 2025. I'm taking a little bit of time off from traveling. So this category will be $0 for a little bit. Next up is health and beauty. I'm going to put $100 down for this. I like to go thrifting. I like to buy some jackets and whatnot every once in a while, and so $100 should cover those expenses for January. Again, this is a category that I might be way under, so it's just nice to be budgeted for that and then have excess money rather than not budget for it and be down a little bit of money and not hit your goals for saving, at least in my opinion. Then for insurance, shouldn't have anything coming in January, so I'm going to put $0. Gifts, nobody's birthday's in January that I know of, and Christmas is now over, so I'm also going to put $0 for this category. And then I like to skip miscellaneous and then put whatever money I have left over after I save in this category just to round it off, and then I'll have a little bit of buffer room in case I buy something that, doesn't fit in any of the other categories or I didn't end up budgeting for it. So let's go to the savings, starting with my Roth IRA. Now from January onwards, I'm going to save $500 a month, and that should get me by December to that $7,500 mark because I already have, almost $2,000 in there already. And so I want to be able to space out my investments to dollar cost average into it because I don't know what the market's going to be doing this year. It could be good, could be quite bad. So yeah, that's my plan. $500 a month into my Roth IRA. My Robinhood brokerage, I'm not going to invest anything into for January. My emergency fund is already filled. It's at $10,000, and that's kind of where I need it right now. It's about 4.5 months of emergency expenses, which is fine by me. So $0 in January. Skipping the property fund for now, let's go to the travel fund. As I said, I like to save $200 a month for travel, just in case, I got a trip and I want to be able to pay for it. So $200 a month into the travel fund. My checking overflow, my checking account is totally fine right now, so I'm going to put $0 into this. And then my fun fund, again, like I said, $50 a month, just for whatever fun expenses I want to, spend money on. So $50. Now, with all of that laid out, we can see that I have $1,344 left over to allocate. So I want to put most of that in my property fund, and I want to put the rest into my miscellaneous category. So I think let's try to get, $1,250 into my property fund for the month of January. I think that'll be a good number. And then we put that remaining $94 into the miscellaneous. And I think I like that budget. I think that'll work out well. And if everything goes to plan, I'll bring in $4,260. I'll spend $2,260 and I'll save $2,000. So that's roughly a 50% savings rate. I know it's maybe like 45, but I think that'll be pretty good. All right, so that was my old budget for December and my new budget for January 2026. I am feeling pretty optimistic about the new year, and I'm looking forward to continuing on the path and reaching some of my goals. I hope you guys are feeling the same way. I hope you guys strive for whatever goals you're going for, and you kick ass in the new year. But that's all I got for you guys today. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, maybe consider leaving a like or subscribing. I am trying to get monetized in 2026, so if you could help me out with that, that'd be freaking fantastic. Thank you very much. But that's enough of me blabbering. I hope you guys have a great new year, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.